Hey everyone, I'm going to do a walk around and initial review of the Diamondback Atroz Comp. I purchased this bike off Nashbar.com for just under $950. Pretty psyched on the price considering how much I really like this bike. I was looking for an all-mountain bike that could kind of do everything. I really like jumping and kind of aggressive riding, but I also like doing some cross-country trail riding, even a cross-country race here and there. So I wanted a bike that would kind of do it all, and I really feel like this is a fantastic option. You don't really find a good full suspension bike that will do everything for under $1,000. As far as parts and specs go, the bike comes with race face hard parts. Got some nice wide bars on there. I like that for control. Race face stem, as well as chain ring and crank. The 1x10 gearing is super awesome. That's one thing I really wanted, and so far I really like it. It's a lot easier, a lot less maintenance. Takes the weight of the extra derailleurs off. Didn't really need them anyways. Hardly used the grinding gear on my cross-country bike. So it also comes with RockShox 120mm front fork. Some people are saying that this came with coil fork. Mine came with air. So I don't know if some people get one thing and others get another, but it's got turnkey lockout. Air reservoirs on this side. Definitely buy a shock pump right off the bat. You're gonna have to adjust it, set sag, set stuff for just how you ride, your riding conditions. It does have a nice chart right back here for your weight and how much air you should put in the fork. Over here we have a RockShox Monarch rear shock. I wish it had a lockout, but it's not really a big deal. It's an all-mountain bike that I paid under $1,000 for, brand new, so I'm not going to complain. I'll just put a few more PSI in it. So the bike has 27.5-inch wheels. I've never ridden 27.5. I just figured I would like it, and I do. They roll very nice, still very, very maneuverable. No complaints. The wheels are just Diamondback made wheels. Nothing special. Hubs are CNC machined. They look good. We'll see how they hold up. A majority of the riding that I was doing was jumping, so I was putting some wear on the bike, and it held up fine. I mean, it was taking some decent sized jumps. Also took some pretty hard landings, cased a few jumps, no issues at all. So yeah, that's really nice. Another feature that some people might like are the Tektro Gemini hydraulic brakes. Pretty, bottom of the barrel hydraulic brake system. Comes stock on a lot of entry level all mountain bikes. I actually prefer mechanical just because I like instant stopping power, but I know that's kind of a minority thing to say. Not many people will take mechanical over hydraulic, but after a very lengthy braking period, I am actually pretty happy with the brakes. The modulation is pretty good. Stopping power is better than I guess I expected, so that's good. Frame geometry is really good. I like the frame a lot. It feels good. It's very comfortable to jump. It's very comfortable to trail ride. Overall, I'm really stoked on the bike. So far, I haven't found much that I would actually change. And for a bike that I paid just over $900 for, that's super rare. I mean, at this time, the only thing I can think of that I want to change right now is the pedals. They're just cheap Diamondback pedals. Nothing too special. I might put some D&D compound pedals. I like just flat platform plastic pedals. It's just what I'm used to from a lot of BMX riding. I'm even happy with the seat. Some people are saying it's a little stiff. I'm happy with it. No complaints. Might upgrade to a dropper seat post at some point, depending on how much riding on the trails I get going. I did have a little bit of skipping and clicking in the chain somewhere. I think it just has to deal with the chain guide. I think it just needs to be adjusted a little bit. So I'm going to play with that. It didn't happen a lot, but it did happen, so I will mention that. As far as cons go, I don't want to sound like I'm working for Diamondback, but there's very few to this bike for, a bike you can buy for under $1,000. There's people complaining about just the weight. I think the bike weighs about 32 or 33. What I would compare it to is the Specialized Camber, which I believe weighs 29 pounds, but also costs $2,000. This bike costs under $1,000 and weighs 3 pounds more. I'd rather just keep the $1,000 personally and stick it into some upgrades, maybe some lighter parts that are more ergonomic for me or my riding style. The only things I would really complain about are on the 2015 model, you do not get a tapered head tube. I thought that would really kind of limit the amount of forks that I can buy for this bike, because I will consider upgrading to maybe a 140 millimeter fork, depending on how gnarly of trails I get onto. But then I discovered you can actually put a tapered fork in a 1/8 frame, head tube frame. Cane Creek and a few other brands make a headset that has an external bearing, so you can fit the 1.5 in there. It's kind of nice. So now I don't have to worry about what fork I throw on here. The other thing, like I said, I wish it was a rear lockout, but beggars can't be choosers. So overall, super stoked on this bike. So much value. I spent hours researching bikes, price ranges, and I was just coming up empty-handed and a little discouraged because I couldn't find a good beginning all-mountain bike in a decent price range. This bike exceeds all of my expectations. I assume it would exceed yours. Yeah, just overall really great bike. Very, very happy with it.